Okay, greetings everybody. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. And today we're here with a very, very special individual. He's not only a professional footballer, he's also somebody that I've known for a very long time personally. And he's also going to be on the podcast, he's going to be our resident vegan chef. Okay? So, if you'd like to introduce yourself and tell everybody your name.
My name's Nathan Smith, and I play for Dulwich Hamlet football team currently.
Okay. So, if we go back, Nathan, to when you first started football, tell us when you first made your first impact. Was it school level? Was it college level? Was it playing semi-pro? If you're trying to paint people a picture.
It was school level in the beginning.
Okay.
So started off in school. Didn't start till I think about 10. I used to do karate up until I got my black belt.
Okay.
And then I said, all right, cool. Let me just play football because all my friends I wanted to play outside.
Okay.
And then that was the road where it all begun.
Okay. And progressing from school, where was the next place that you played where you made an impact?
I then signed up to Omonia, so that was Sunday League football.
Yeah.
As a youngster, and then we begun there. I remember Coach Chris was the manager, and he just gave me a place to just go and enjoy my football.
Okay. All right. And from there, you progressed on to which other teams?
So from there, I went on to Enfield afterwards, and I think that's when I met you.
Yes.
Met
Correct.
You, and then was there for a while, and then ended up going over to Wolverham Abbey,
Yeah.
Wolverham Forest, should I say, afterwards.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Nathan, you're admitting the fact that you won the Middlesex Cup way back in 2000 and.
You know what's funny is when you say that, because my uncle literally gave me that tape.
Yeah.
The other day.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I remember he turned up late on his bike.
Yeah.
And then we ended up winning, didn't we? I remember that now.
Yeah, that game there. It's way back in 2003, 2004 season, Middlesex Cup. So progressing from the youth team in Enfield Town, where was your next step on the journey?
Well, it was Enfield. Enfield Town's another one.
Yeah.
So Enfield. Then we went on to, I think it was Wolverham Forest.
Yeah.
Then Potter's Bar.
Yeah.
And then that's where it all began, from Potter's Bar.
Okay. So from after Potter's Bar, you were able to then sign for a professional club.
Mm-hmm.
So who was the first professional club that you signed for?
So the first professional club I signed for was Yeovil Town.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Yeovil Town, but obviously prior to that, it may just sound like, okay, I went here. You know, leading up to that was a lot of, I'd hit a point where I just thought, am I even going to make it now? Just because around that time when I was 16, you had Wayne Rooney come onto the scene when he ended Arsenal's run for Everton, and the media just gave this narrative like, if you haven't made it by your 16, it's long.
Yeah.
So I was more or less just playing football, literally just for fun. I was turning up everywhere I was going. Like I said, I was going Wolverham Forest training. I was going to the local place near me, New River training. Anywhere I could go and kick ball, I was kicking ball just for the enjoyment of it.
Okay.
And obviously, like I said, then went to Potter's Bar, and it was strange how it all happened in the sense of the manager himself. He wasn't Steve Brown at the time. He wasn't feeling me. I wasn't playing anything. And then eventually, I remember having a car crash. Well, I was involved in a car crash, should I say. And after that, he ended up playing me. And it just felt like, does someone not want me to achieve anything here? Because I've just been involved in the car crash. I didn't say anything to him. And, I had to go to hospital and everything. Nothing serious, no serious damages. I had a bit of glass in the side of my face. And then literally that following week, he asked me to play.
Yeah.
And then, then before you know it, built a good connection, done my thing. And then ended up getting us a trial, 5 of us, a trial down at Yeovil.
Okay. So then to say one of the things to kind of emphasise at that point, you wasn't really expecting to play professional football up until then.
Nah. just literally just turning up and just playing football and just enjoying it. But the thing about it was I still worked hard. I was still running to my friend's house. My uncle offered me a lift to my brethren's house, and I'll be saying no, I'm gonna run.
Okay.
And it was like, so I still had that belief, I could make it, but it was more like I'm just doing this obviously for myself at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. So then you resigned for Yeovil. Any other professional clubs that you played for?
So after Yeovil, I went to Chesterfield. I was there for 3 years. I ended up winning the St Johnson's Plate Trophy at Wembley and became man of the match as well. Also won a league title as well in my last season. So, that was good to go there and achieve something. Also went on, let me not forget and negate the fact as well, like in my first season I went there, we also got relegated.
Okay.
So I'm not going to try and make it look all pretty, but the thing with the relegation was that it helped build character and understanding of what kind of environment you need to survive or thrive if you want to get to the top.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? There was a lot of nitpicking along that season when things weren't going right, and then you see characters when things aren't going right.
Players arguing in the changing rooms and blaming people.
Yeah, all of that. So, a lot of people look at a relegation as something negative, but I took a lot of positives from there because I've now been involved in a team that got relegated and a team that won the league.
Right.
And the contrast, there was no in the middle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was 1-1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so the team, when we won, literally it was just enthusiasm, encouragement. Yeah, we may have got a bit angry at times, but it was quickly spoken about, wiped off, all right, cool, next game.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, you see the complete difference. So I know what kind of people I want to surround myself with, what type of winning mentality we have.
Okay. So as well as playing professional football for 2 professional league clubs, you've also played football at international level.
Yes. So during my first season actually at Chesterfield, I ended up I ended up playing for Jamaica. I got a call up for Jamaica. So I went there. First game was against Honduras. Had to fly over to Honduras, which was a complete different experience. Getting escorted by police. Just seeing the environment just looking very, very gully, but a nice type of gully that you kind of grow to appreciate. Mm-hmm. Being in a hotel and you're getting guarded by policemen with big guns. You know what I mean? Like no joke thing. Anyone mess around, something gonna kick off.
Yeah.
The environment was completely different when we got to the game. You got the fans banging on the bus, obviously speaking in their native tongue, and just everything about the environment was different. The experience was second to none.
Yeah.
So I think you learn to appreciate that every country has their own kind of atmosphere, which if you take it in, you generally get to appreciate it.
Yeah. And can you, from that experience as well, can you see why youngsters from those countries, when they try to come to Europe to sign a professional contract, they've got a certain amount of desire because the poverty and the hardship that they come through as young people, it kind of sharpens their focus?
Yeah, 100%, man, because I think once their focus is sharpened, the minute now there's that opportunity and like it's really sharpened, it seems like they've hit a jackpot, even just getting a trial.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you see, I've seen players come from foreign countries on trial and have a different attitude. Like they don't care, they'll kick down a man one time.
Yeah.
Obviously other players will get vexed, like, wait, you don't care. He's trying to, get a contract, regardless if it's going to be a lot of money or not a lot of money.
Yeah. So, in addition to your playing career, there's a lot of things that have happened to you personally, and you made a few lifestyle choices of your own. Mm-hmm. I'd like to think that some of the conversations we had might have had something to do with that. But if you can talk to people a little bit about some of your lifestyle choices and how that's impacted on you.
Yeah, so actually let me revert back quickly because I forgot to add the other teams that I've played for as well, obviously. So after Chesterfield, went back to Yeovil, then signed for Dagenham afterwards, and then now currently at Dulwich. But lifestyle choices, what prompted me? Initially it was just a growing up obviously the reggae Jamaican culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, you're always hearing the music, you know, Rasta man banning out this, banning out that, banning out meat and everything. So eventually I just got to a point and I said, oh, you know, let me just try out being a pescatarian.
Yeah.
Tried it out for a week, and then after that I went to go back to eat. No, yeah, so after that I went on to, I felt different.
Yeah.
I felt lighter in myself. I couldn't explain what it was that I was feeling about myself, but I felt light and I just felt more energy.
Yeah.
Then I went back because around that time there wasn't really a lot of information on the whole, you know, going plant-based.
Yeah.
So I felt very limited at that moment there because your social media wasn't popping how it pops now.
Yeah.
So I ended up going back. So I then ended up doing vegan, plant-based for a week.
Yeah.
So then after that, like I said, it was limited information. So I ended up going back because I'm thinking, oh cool, I need some protein, this keyword that everyone keeps throwing around.
Yeah.
So eventually now, I've then gone back to the salmon, and then my stomach just started doing a madness. Yeah. And that's when I then realised, I said, this ain't for me. So then it became, you know, if we had away games, I always had to make sure I prepped like 2-3 different meals
to carry with you.
Right. Because going to the hotel, every hotel, it's statutory that you have to have eggs, beans, like just the same every hotel, no matter what name it was, it's the same set of foods.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And then as time then goes on, you know, you kind of start cutting out certain refined sugars that are at the hotel. Like they might have a sauce that's got refined stuff, and then you just run that all out. So that's how it all begun.
Okay, and then from a sports science, sports medicine perspective, how's the change in diet? How would you explain how that's impacted on not only your career but your physical state as well?
Well, I wouldn't call it a diet because diet is something that someone does temporarily. For me, it's a whole change in lifestyle.
Okay.
And effectively, foods that I was consuming before was bringing a lot of heat.
Right.
So heat meaning inflammation.
Yeah.
Now, adding now going on a more plant-based, a lot of the foods now are now water-based.
Yeah.
So, you know, if your house is on fire, you're not going to add more fire to it.
Throw water upon it.
Dash water upon it, isn't it?
Right.
So, I noticed my recovery times were a lot quicker.
Yeah.
You know, even eating, training-wise, when the man then were now eating like eggs and whatever they're eating at lunchtime.
Yeah.
Like we're going back out to train, I've had a smoothie. Man are complaining about their stomach, but I feel perfectly fine. I'm ready to go again. Do you know what I mean? I felt a lot of clarity within mind.
Yeah.
Just even like when it comes to like aggression, it was like more of a controlled awareness. So it's like, not that I wasn't aggressive.
Yeah.
I was more aware of how to control it now and knowing, all right, cool. Then my mindset changed. You know what? If someone's annoyed with me in the game, rather than me getting involved with a back and forth, I'd be like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was logged in my mind because I'm saying, all right, I got to be smart.
Yeah.
Why go back and forth? Because now when I get the ball, he's going to want to smash me.
Yeah.
So my thing was, all right, cool. Sorry, big man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as far as he's concerned now, everything's blessed.
Yeah.
But now when he gets the ball, make sure I just clamp him one time.
Yeah.
But then what then started to happen was because now I'm identifying these things, people were perceiving me as just